Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time to continue the main story. Now that Alphino and Tataru are safe from the Inquisition, after being falsely accused of being heretics, we have a magic broom with us today as our daily minion, and it is time to ask Harshaphon what we're doing next. Hello there, Harshaphon. Thank you for the very generous gift of a black chocobo, by the way. That is very, very kind of you. Lord Harshaphon thinks we could do with a well-deserved rest. Black chocobos are all well and good, but the true reward for your efforts is the exoneration of your comrades. They shall be released upon the completion of certain minor formalities, which I mean to see to personally. In the meantime, pray return to Forton Manor. The Count has done so already and will doubtless be eager to discuss the day's events. Alright, thank you again for all of your assistance, Harshaphon. Really saved us there. Oh, that was scary. We haven't been in Ishgard all that long, and already we are, getting in trouble all over the place, and I don't like it. Okay, that is not the right path. I love navigating the pillars. It's definitely not a maze on purpose to try and, screw up people and get people lost who, don't live here every day. Yes, I am insinuating that the design of the pillars is in fact class warfare. Alright then, let's get back to Forton Manor. I need to be more on top of changing my clothes between the coats in the snowy areas and the slightly thinner jackets in the less snowy areas. I'll get used to it eventually, but I really wish there was a way to automatically switch which glam you're in based on which map you're in. Welcome, Mr. Slonsy. Shall I show you inside the manor? Thank you. I do know that, don't come after me, Square Enix, because I don't actually use mods, but there are mods I have heard that will actually do that for you, which is a really nice quality of life feature that I do not expect them to ever add to the actual game. It would be nice, but there's far higher priority things they should be working on, I hope. But it would be nice to eventually have glams auto-switch based on which map you're in. Are you trying to become the talk of the city? Because if you are, you're doing an admirable job of it. Listen, I don't want to, actually. We're trying to keep a low profile here, kind of. We want to help people, but we're also trying to, not draw attention while we figure out where the rest of the Scions ended up, if they're even alive. I was not present at the trial, but my father told me of your performance. He said you were a wonder to behold. Well, I'm glad he was so impressed by us. It brings me joy to see you in good health, Mr. Slonsy. Thank you, Honoroi. And Count Fortam, hello there. Thank you again for your assistance with that. Halone smiles on us yet again, Mr. Slonsy, guiding you to victory and setting your comrades free. I confess I did fear for your safety, which is not to say I doubted your prowess, you understand. I merely knew the strength of your opponents. You do have a habit of exceeding my expectations. Besting two of the Heavensward while the city's elite looked on? By the Fury, anyone who hasn't been paying attention to you will surely do so from now on. Oh god. My lord! You sound nervous. Oh no. We have just received a message from the vault. His Eminence the Archbishop requests the presence of Mr. Slonsy. An invitation from the Archbishop? What an honor! A personal summons is indeed a great honor, and given recent events, you would be wise not to delay. Go, Mr. Slonsy, we shall speak anon. Thank you. A priest will be waiting for you outside the vault. Identify yourself to him, and he will escort you inside. Oh god. Oh god, let's not delay. We've already got into enough trouble here. Literally, day 1 or 2 of arriving in Ishgard, we're killing cops. Now we're being summoned by the fucking head of the state and church here? Oh god. Heavensward's been off to a bit of a wild start. Also, while we're running up to meet up with the Archbishop, I did reorganize my UI a little bit. The main thing I did is I moved the debuffs I have on me up to be right next to Satora on screen, and made them a bit larger, which is very useful for high-end raiding. It is very useful to know exactly what debuffs you have, because in high-end rating, that's going to tell you exactly what you're going to be doing next. So that's going to be just a thing from now on. It's useful to have that there. I've got a few other things I might be moving around as well, namely enemy status, and I might move the focus target bar a little bit, but I won't put that out when it happens. Just expect my UI to layout to change a little bit during battle. We are honored to receive you, Mr. Slancy. This way, please.
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
I have heard the tales of your many grand endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise. I am Thorin VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies. You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate, but as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress. Your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavensward were in receipt of erroneous information. Sir Grinno has ever been headstrong. He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve Ishgard, but one which should never have occurred. For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain. That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
Your Eminence, As you wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position. Now tell me, young lady, what do you know of the Ascians? Much and more, I shouldn't wonder, being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them, have entertained them as guests, even. Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them. Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs. biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict. And why do I tell you this? Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the Warrior of Light. If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must needs work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
Ooh, a lot of information dropped there. One, a lot of politics in Thornton trying to be like, please don't hold us accountable for accusing your friends. We were just very eager to protect Ishgard. Yeah, we messed up, but we were just doing our jobs and we were so eager about it. Fuck off with the politics. God damn it, you fucked up. But also, holy crap, okay, he just came out and said he's been working with the Ascians. I guess not working with them, but playing lip service to what they tell him. I'm nervous about that. There's a couple ways this could go. The Ascians are master manipulators, that's their whole thing. They love to manipulate people, as we've seen with the tribes in Eorzea, with the non-allied societies in Eorzea. They will manipulate them into summoning primals that then temper them out of claims of self-defense, out of claims that it is a way to free themselves from the tyranny that the Eorzean city-states force upon them. We've seen them manipulating Gaius. La Brea have really fucking manipulated Gaius to try and power up the ultimate weapon. That's their thing. They manipulate people, so I don't know how deep the manipulation goes here. I unfortunately have no way of knowing. It could be that they're hoping that Thornton, being the leader of Ishgard, is desperate enough for power to win against the dragons that they're hoping that just offering them the power to fight the dragons is sufficient manipulation. It's possible that, like, fighting the dragons is their plan to whatever they're going to be doing next. And then Thornton, like, being like, I don't trust you. I'll play lip service for now, and I'll follow along, but only to keep my enemies close so I can see what they're actually doing, keep an eye on them. It's possible that they don't expect Thornton to be like, hey, I want to kill the dragons, but not so bad that I trust you. It's possible they don't expect that. But the Ascians are master manipulators. They could also very well expect Thornton to be smart enough to not fall for it. And it could be that by keeping his enemies close, Thornton's playing into their hands. We unfortunately don't know how deep the Ascian rabbit hole goes. And that makes me really nervous. But this does also mean that we do have a leak of information from the Ascians to us. And as he stated, we're probably in the best position to actually fight the Ascians, being blessed by Hydaelyn and having beaten them before. If we play our cards right, this could be very good. So I think this alliance is definitely a good idea, especially since Ishgard's also protecting us, so we kind of have no reason not to go along with it. We don't want to screw over our relations with this country and get banished from yet another home. But I do think this seems like it will be our best option for now. Now then, before we head back inside, I did realize that we forgot to go over the Black Chocobo's information last time. Well, on Saturday, if you're watching these as they go up. Also, we cleared turn 9, as you may have seen. I'm so excited about that. Yeah, our gear was definitely overpowered from being item level 130, while that fight expects you to be around item level 110. But oh my god, it still went really, really well. I'm so happy with how well it went. Even if our gear was quite overpowered, we still had to do basically all the mechanics. We even did some practice with just 7 or 6 people, and with 6 people we were able to get up to near the end of second golems, and with 7 people we were able to get all the way up to dive bombs once. So like, And by having fewer people, we ended up having to do basically every single mechanic in the fight. So we've done all the mechanics in the fight, and we could probably do it on a lower item level. We're not going to because it's a brutal fight, and we're happy to be done with it, but oh my god, I'm so happy. Anyways, Black Chocobo, and then we'll head inside. A pure brightish guardian Black Chocobo, trained from birth by Heavensward Knight Sir Harshavan, and presented to you in a gesture of true friendship. The bird is slightly more muscular than you expected, and exhibits a strange habit of squatting when left to itself. Cute. Also silly. Harshavan's personal chocobo we were gifted. Black chocobos are all well and good, but the true reward is the exoneration of your comrades. From Harshavan. Wow, glad I didn't actually read that last time because that was this quest. Alright. Let's head inside, and let's go check in with everyone. Hello there, Alphino and Tataru. Good to see you free. I nearly cried when you stepped forward at the tribunal, Satora. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Of course.
There you are. I confess I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault. What did they want with you? Well, well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced. By the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians. So, their ambitions extend to Ishgard as well. We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you. When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Rauburn is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate!
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orshafon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Rauburn.
Well, shit. Out of the frying pan and into another frying pan. And we have now completed the first mini-chapter of Heavensward. With each expansion, we had this back in a Realm Report too, but with each expansion there's mini-chapters in each larger chapter, and each mini-chapter will end with a story achievement. From Heavensward onwards, each expansion is divided into Part 1 and Part 2, so the two main chapters are the first and second half of the expansion. And then we'll have two chapters for the patch quests. The first chapter covering through point 3, and the second chapter covering through just before the next expansion. But yeah, first mini chapter done, right into another frying pan as we have Rauburn about to be assassinated. That's a problem. Also, I'm so annoyed. They made me take off my hat out of a sign of respect for Thornton, but my hat is my glasses. Well, glam to my glasses because the faceware variant is like 300,000 gil. I need to just cave and spend money on that. I've got 2 million. I've got the money for it. Annoying, though, that he made me go blind for meeting with him. Very rude. Alright, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, it's time to go save Rauburn. I'll see everyone next time for that.